I've been wanting to do just because of the way it's laid out, the format, the improvisational nature of it. I love improv, and I've been waiting for just the right time. And we've got, I mean, the department has grown so much. We've got such talented kids. My team, the production team, everything has just kind of aligned itself. It's been a really exciting process, I think.
Was thinking back to my own childhood and how I acted as a child and incorporating that into like acting. So, you know, I just thought about what I did with around friends and around my family and put that into the spelling bee. Chris?
I think my favorite part was the mere fact that my character was like a 360, like quite the opposite from me in real life. So I guess I'd say, like, because I used to do spelling bees. Going back to like spelling bees I used to do and different shows I've done, meeting people that were like quite the opposite and getting everything I know that isn't me, I guess, and piecing that together to form the character.
I like the stark contrast vocally of having a more like pingy sound for a character who at first appears to be very gruff in comparison to like everybody else on stage. I think that that's a very interesting thing, and I love having the opportunity to play around with riffs. Even now I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do for the actual
the amount of improv, because so much of it is audience based. It's a lot of balancing like what is set and structured and then also leaving the room for people to just be people, which is exciting in and of itself because every show is going to be different, but terrifying because nothing's going to be the same.
I would say the only thing that really scares me is just the idea that one of the audience members are just a really good speller.
My character is always in serious mode, so for me anyways, it's easier to stay serious because even if everyone's laughing around me, I don't think I understand why people are laughing. So yeah.
For me, I just try to stay grounded. When I was first developing Leaf, because I grew up around kids like him, I was imagining him being very larger than life, so staying grounded and like rooted really helps me tap into like those more serious moments and bring him back to reality, you know, when it's appropriate.
It's been pretty fun, you know, it's been pretty cool to see the students make a lot of discoveries, both vocally and acting wise, and it's been a really fulfilling thing to kind of support them in that process.
Things I try to do to prepare for the show is make sure that I'm drinking plenty of water before we get started so that I'm nice and hydrated throughout the day, as well as making sure that I eat enough so that I'm nice and focused for rehearsal. And then things that I do vocally to prepare is I try to make sure that I don't overproduce sounds so that I can preserve my voice for as long as possible.
My process for putting the music together for the show was really giving the students an opportunity to put all of the skills that they're working on in class to use in a project. And I think it challenged everyone, and I really think everybody's rising to the challenge.
The role challenged me in a lot of ways, especially vocally, because it's something different that I've never done before. I've definitely sung higher in this show than I ever have before, and I think in the future I'll take that you have to remain grounded and not overproduce sound.
Inspiration originally comes from reading the script and listening to the music. That gives me lots of ideas. I sort of, especially listening to the music, I start having, choreographic, the dances are in my head. And then absolutely when I get into the studio and I start rehearsing with the cast, I am always inspired by their physicality.
An important message in this show is that even something as normal, as mundane as a spelling bee, because it's not like they're curing cancer or anything. It's just a spelling bee, but it's so important to these kids, and because of how important it is, I feel like it magnifies the troubles, their weaknesses and their strengths as these little 6th graders.